Hello and welcome back to Marineford TCG. My name is Joe. Drink of the day is a coconut Red Bull, and today I've been playing some Bonney. So I make it no secret that I'm not a Bonney main, and Bonney is not one of my favourite decks. However, I really wanted to try some of these new cards that came in the Bonney starter deck, to sort of see how they go. I'm playing 4 of the new 5. I think the Hawkins, whilst it's kind of interesting, is slightly worse than a Poo, because a Poo is pretty good at dealing with things like chump blockers, and even some searchers here and there in matchups where that matters, like GY Law at the moment. So I've not got the Hawkins. I have got a couple of the Beige. He's pretty nice as a little chump blocker. Obviously, he's no Rosinante, but he's still pretty good. Got 3 of the Kid and Killer and 3 of the Bonney Searcher. Not sure which I prefer. I think I prefer Kid and Killer. And I think next time I play, I might go to 4 Kid and Killer. Would that be cutting Bonney to 2? I'm not sure, but I think 4 of this is really good. That activate main, deceptively strong. Well, not the on opponent's attack effect, deceptively strong. Law&Bepo, it's fine. It's not been great, I can't lie. You've got to sort of set up at least some kind of Don restand on your board, which isn't the hardest thing in the world, but if you're playing into a competent opponent who's removing your stuff, often this card becomes quite tricky to use because it just costs 10. However, the defense is pretty good. Still undecided on this. There's a lot of options in Bonney's top end, but we'll see how it goes. And the X Drake. The X Drake, it's Supernova Searchable 2k. It's miles better than the older Poo. I think it's also better than this Poo. It can come down and sort of rest something in the mid game, something like a Kuzan, and then you can start taxing cards against them immediately. It's not the craziest card in the world, but it does feel quite good. Other than that, this is a fairly standard Bonney list. I don't think there's anything too crazy going on here. We're still an 8-cost Kid deck, like 90% of the time. But now you've got an extra searcher for 8-cost Kid, which is quite nice. Shanks, I still think it's still pretty good. I might go down to 3 of the Shanks. He was sort of a bit bricky, but when he's good, he's very, very good. It's decks like Purple Luffy and even Blue Purple Luffy that are just spamming out top end. The Shanks is strong because it removes something and then is just a massive dude that's hard for them to deal with. As we're still on the dev sim, it is mostly starter decks here. However, people have been branching out a little bit in my testing today, and I've actually played against a few decks that are not starter deck buffed decks, which is quite exciting. Also, still please do go easy on mistakes. Both mine and my opponents. These cards are still brand new, they're not even out on the sim yet, so people are still making mistakes, myself included. Either way, with that said, here's the games. Gotta go into Buggy, and I'm going to be taking first. We've got Kid Killer into Smoker. Could be worse. Into Hody. Yeah, this could be a lot worse. This is a solid hand. We've got a Searcher, we've got a 5-drop, we've got a 7-drop. Kind of cooking. Crocodile and a Mihawk, if you like. Let's just go with a 5. He's going to take anyway. Pilaf Trigger, of course. Why not? We'll go with the Kid and Killer. Kid and Killer can grab a 2k or a Law&Bepo. Law&Bepo hasn't been amazing so far in this matchup, I can't lie. Carrot's been like an all-star. Might just grab a 2k here. This doesn't do anything though, so we'll get an X Drake, I guess. Yeah. Then we'll end the turn. He's only going to get to swing with one of his dudes. It's going to be the case anyway. And we're going to take this 5, just rest down the Mr. 3. And then 4 Don here. Yeah, we'll... no on that one. We will use that one though. We'll rest this Mr. 3 and then take. No trigger. Tashigi's very important. Helping us protect Kid later on. Alvida comes down already. Very nice. 9 cards in hand. Pretty pretty decent, I'd say. Pretty decent. So we're going to go with Smoker here. Do we want to take out this Mr. 3? We don't have Bonney Searchers, so probably not. Let's just go 5 lead. He should take. He might counter though. He does take. Smart guy. Smart guy. We'll go with this. Activate main. Set of Don's active. Pass it over. So we do still need to see kids. We've still not seen any kids, which is a little bit scary. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. The Banish is going to be pretty nice for just removing their resources. Banish is just so much. It's so good, Banish. It's crazy. Everyone hates getting their life banished. They overcounter sometimes. Which I'll take. I'll absolutely take. See if this Alvida wants to swing. It might not. We're going with Hody next turn anyway. 6 on 5. No on that one. We will use that one. We'll rest down the Alvida. And then we'll take. No trigger. Third Hody, not really necessary, but what can you do? Trashes a Buggy to play out a Crockhawk. Does he have the Giga combo with the Mihawk? Trashes another Buggy to play out another Buggy? No, just Alvida. I guess he doesn't have Mihawk, because look at this. It's quite funny. So we still don't have Kid. But I think regardless, we're going with this Hody. Let's start with 5 into Alvida. He's on 8 next turn, so he can't 10 cost next turn. So we're safe for one more. So we can go 7 banish. Try and get 2k, 1k out of him. He's just going to let it go. That works for me, honestly. Let's go with this. Rest these. Carrot's great. We'll try and take out one of these Alvidas. Just to slow his board down a little bit. We still need to see 8 cost Kid, though. If we don't see 8 cost Kid, this is going to be tough. Does he want to give us 2k, 2k here? Would be interesting. Going down to just 2 life with like 7 cards in hand. It's not bad though, right? It's not a bad play. Really depends how much you want to protect this Alvida. I think it's a Bonney you do. He lets it go though. He disagrees. We'll resend 1 Don. And then we'll end the turn. So he can attack with his Crockhawk, but this Alvida's not going to get to attack. 8 Don is a weird number. It's like maybe 8 with Buggy we see. Maybe we see 8 with Buggy. Our turn next turn is 9. Shanks is okay. I don't really like another Hody. I'd really like to see Kid, but we just don't have it. We just don't have it. Although there's a decent chance we could draw into it, potentially. That would be nice. 7 into 5. We'll go no on that one. Use that one. Rest down the Alvida. And I think I will counter this one. Because, like, Pudding is a card, and we don't have Kid. So we're going to have to start playing a little bit more defensively. If he just goes 5, it would be annoying, but that would be a smart move. That would be a smart move. 8, I'll take. 8, I'll have to take. But 5, no. We will defend that one. We just got to be very careful about the 10 cost. 10 cost is so powerful. We do have the Tashigi. 8, yeah, I'll reluctantly take this. Don't want this. It doesn't do anything. Maybe you could have ditched that instead of the smoker, but you didn't really want another smoker anyway. Having double smokers doesn't really do a lot. Ditches a Crockhawk. Plays out Crocodile into Mr. 1. Nice play. 8 cards. He's in a good spot. And we still don't have Kid. Kid, we really need to see Kid. What's our game plan here? I think we have to carrot every time. I'd love to have a blocker, but we don't. We don't really have much to do alongside the carrot. I can play Tashigi, but then we have 1 less 2k. And the carrot only freezes this Alvida, in fact, because this is not a 7 cost. It's quite tricky. If we don't carrot, we have nothing else. X Drake could rest the Mr. 1. That's kind of bad. We could go for a game. It's not going to happen. He's given us like no 2Ks, right? Yeah, 1. You know what? I'm going to go 7 into 5 banish. See what he does with that. We'll start with that. He is going to counter this time. Okay. If we go Carrot plus Tashigi, that's 8 Don. We'll get 1 back with this. Let's try 9 into Crockhawk. He's thinking carefully. He must have 2k, 1k though. He must have a 2k, 1k. 2k, 2k, okay. He's out of 1ks. That's good to know. Does that change our play ever? We could go 5 for Carrot. 9 into 7. And just not Tashigi. Could be the move, and we have a Kitten Killer for the Don effect. See if we can get rid of this. They play a lot of bricks in the Buggy deck. The Buggy deck plays a lot of bricks. We really need this to go through, though. It does. Okay, that's... We've got a chance. We've got a chance, because it's not easy for him to 10 cost this turn. And even if he does, he's got to pick what he gets rid of. But the fact we've still not seen the 10 cost kid is 8 cost kid, excuse me, is tough. It's so important for this matchup. You've got to build the wall with the kid and the Chigi and the blockers. That's been my experience so far, anyway. We'll use this, use the card action, resound a Don, use that action, rest this. We've got to counter this one, otherwise we die. Give him 1 of each. If he splits with the Mr. 3, low-key, we're not quite dead, but it's close. He could go like 8, 9 is his best move, which is not quite lethal, thankfully. But it's not good. But we do have Hody next turn. We're going to try and clean it up with him. But there's a Hody, there's a way. Unless we top deck 8 cost kid, or it comes out of the life. 6 we have to counter, so otherwise we just die. To 11 for Mr. 3. Moji, why not? Then 5 Don for Buggy, I'm guessing. Play over the Mr. 3. Yeah, there goes Buggy. Here comes another one. What does he choose? What does he choose? Yeah, I thought it might be the Smoker. Smoker's a good hit, I think. Because it gets us a Don and a Banish. Now, we've got to go for games. We didn't draw Kid. We'll go with Hody Jones. 1, 2. That's a Carrot. So what's our best swings? We can do 7, 7, 8, 8. Or... He's got to have at least 1 2k left, right? We can do 6, 7, 8, 9. That's probably the best move. Freeze this, I guess. Okay, if he doesn't have a 2k, we might be in the money. Okay. That's lethal. That's guaranteed then, right? 8, 9. GG's. Yeah, GG's. Sure. Funny Raging Tiger trigger. Yeah, his last card was a Raging Tiger. Okay, well played. That was an interesting one. Well played to our opponent. Let's move on. Got a game to Nami. He's chosen second. We see no 5 costs, so I'm going to mulligan. We really want to see at least a 5 cost. That hand is all top end, but we do have Cavendish. Where there's a Cavendish, there's a way. Oh, okay, it's a Wano build. So this is probably playing the blue Odin that's not coming out for months. That's nice. We get a little bit of aggression with that. Oh, sorry, a little bit of defense with that. Misplays. Should have done 5 first, then the Bonney. If I get triggered, I get triggered. I'm gonna. We're investing. That was really silly though. That was silly. Well, we definitely don't want Kid. I guess I'll take a Rouge. Yeah, I really don't want Kid. So at least on the bright side, if he wants to take out a Bonney, yeah, he doesn't get a draw, which is cool. So he won't get his leader effect. Another Yamato coming down. Okay, Yamato Gaming. Why not? Whiffs on that. That's pretty brutal. What do we got for 3? Teach. Are they still playing Teach? Maybe not if they're on this Wano build. Hiyori. Yeah, I'm not re-triggering that for a while, I don't think. Certainly not this turn. Although that said, I think he mostly just did that to get his leader effect off. Do we care about these Yamatos? What could this trigger, like, actually be that's that scary? I don't know. I really don't know. Kikunojo is, like, not live yet. I don't know what this trigger is that's that scary. I don't think it is anything scary yet. So we'll go here just to get a card. Because I doubt he's swinging with all the Yamatos anyway. Give us a Nojiko. You've got to imagine he's going to have another one of those to bounce our Cav. But it is what it is. If he trashes only one there, well, that's a little W. You never know. 7. We use the card action. Rest down one of these. Resolve. No trigger. Yep, he's going to draw a card. That's fine. 2 for Nojiko. Got to be. And then 2 for 5 with Yama. Got to be Nojiko, right? Yeah. Pudding is very real in this deck. Pudding is very real. I'm going to give the Arouge. Yeah, Nojiko. Nice. Okay, well, we're going to go with... This is going to restand. We're going to go 7. Not 6. Is it 7? No, it is 6. 6 sucks. 6 does suck. But I want to get this Bonney search off. He just has to trash one card, though. It's kind of bad. Yeah, whatever. Let's hope for no more Nojikos. We'll use this. And Law&Bepo chaining could be interesting. I'm interested in it. Next turn, Hody into like Law&Bepo, Law&Bepo, Law&Bepo. I don't want Kid Killer, really. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. We'll see. Just hoping for no more removal on my Cavendish. I'd like him. Yeah, it is a him, right? Yeah, him to stick. We'll use this. Rest one of these. Resolve. Is he on more bounce stuff, sir? Do you have any bounce? Yeah, sure. He's going to get to draw. 4 Don. Is it pudding? Is it pudding? Don't be pudding. Pudding is rude. Teach. Doesn't put a Don in his leader. Well, to be honest, I'm going to take out this Teach anyway. I'm not going to lie. I'm definitely holding here. Rest this, and I guess I'll rest... Whatever. We're getting a poo. It's okay. Let's go 6 into Teach. Can let it go. Very nice. How can I best like negate his misplay? I don't know that I can. I really don't know that I can. Kind of want to remove these Yamatos, though, I'm not gonna lie. He'd be taking this anyway. Yeah, that kind of plays around him making the mistake. I'll just clear the Yamato and then make him a swing that he can't get out of because he's not countering an 11. Next turn, we're likely going Kid, but we can go Law&Bepo. And then we'll pass it here. 1 open. 10 Don. 8 cost Kid. Who knows? 7 cost Odin. Pretty good. We'll see. We'll see. I'm interested to try this Law&Bepo chain, though. If we can actually stick the Cavendish. That's been the challenge so far, has been sticking the Cavendish. And there's so much removal in the format at the minute. It's not even just like black. Like, black's not even that good anymore. It's just a lot of blue. I'm not going to lie. A lot of blue going around at the minute. Makes it tricky to deal with. 7. Well, if we take this, we're probably going with Kid. This is always 8 cost Kid here, right? We'll rest this, I guess. I kind of want to counter this just to play around Pudding a little bit. We'll give Pudding an ounce of respect. We'll give the X Drake and a carrot. I I don't really want to go with Kid next turn. I'd much rather go with Law&Bepo. Yeah, he's going to trash the life. Shank's not that great, honestly. Tonight, though, got the draw one, trash one. We're going to freeze this Kid here. We're going to go 6 lead, restand 2. This 6 should be into Yamato. That's a mistake. That 6 should have gone into Yamato because he just leader effects for free. Oh well, oh well. Go 7, then we'll go 9. I think I prefer 7, 9 to 8, 8 here. But yeah, that 6 should have 100% gone into the 1-cost Yamato. That was a small mistake. Small mistake. So if you want to counter out of this with 2k, 1k. He might well. Yeah, it does. Gives us a 2... Okay, 2k, 2k. Let's pass it over here. We're going to have to go with Kid next turn, I think. Because he's going to trash our last life, I would assume. Which does make it tricky because we don't have a blocker. Not drawn any of our 2-cost blockers. We'll see though. Maybe he doesn't have another 8-cost Kid. That'd be nice. That'd be a treat. We'll use the card action, rest this. This can be what, 8-cost Luffy? It's only swinging for 9 though. I'm gonna take commit to the Kid. I think 8-cost Luffy is his best play here. Red Rock also good. Red Rock is also good. Must be said. Just have to see what he's got for 8 right. But this makes his Captain Kid basically useless. If that's all that he has. Because he can't trash our life now. So he would have played that out first. But he didn't last turn, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see here. Momonosuke, gonna go with a heal. Fair enough. Interesting. 3 Don for who knows what. I don't. Nothing. They're usually only on like 1-cost 3k counter events, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's usually the case. Trash is a Red Rock, okay. Now we can Hody. But I don't like it. I don't think Hody's the move here. I'm going to go 5, though. See what he does with the 5. Very much doubt he rests this. Very much doubt. Yeah, uses his leader effect. I thought that would be what he would do. Because we're presenting like a decent lethal. Now we play Kid of our own and then try and take out this Kid, I think. Yeah, so the Cavendish is going to restand the 2 Dons that I need to put on the Kid. And 1 for leader effect. In fact, we don't, because the Kid's going to play out the Kid and Killer. So we don't need to hold 1 for leader effect. Because Kid and Killer can do that. So we actually have 1 more Don after the Cavendish. Let's go 13 into Captain Kid. He can block. It is what it is. We're removing 1 body regardless. Potentially, though, this could be like 11-11. Let's it go. Works for me. We do have to beware Red Rock, obviously, but the lethal isn't that strong if it's just Red Rock. I guess we have to swing 6 into 7, which is terrible. Never mind. Yeah, that's kind of terrible. We're going to put 1 Don here, so we can swing 9 with Hody. We know there's no trigger, it's just this Yamato. He'll just take here, I would have thought. If he has a 3k counter event, he could. Yeah, it's going to do that. We're going to rest this. Unfortunately, not a blocker. We're just going to play out the Kid and Killer. We're going to get Supernovas, so all we can take here is a Rouge. Turn those there. End the turn. And we do have the Kid and Killer to restand it on for our leader effect, which is nice. We'll see how this goes. If this could very well just be Red Rock on the Kid. But then he's only got one swing. It'd be like 10 with Momo or 9 with Nami. Goes with the Yamato first. Okay, no Red Rock. Interesting that he trashed one last turn. Not sure what to make of that. Not sure. Kazuki Momonosuke. Okay, he's got Rush. It's not very big, though. This is an interesting Wano Nami build. Can't lie. I played against one Wano Nami before. This guy's build seems a lot better than that. There's the Momo. Okay. And then we'll give 2k. Give the X Drake here. We've got 2 of them. We don't need 2. Nothing else can swing, so that's that. Now we go with Law&Bepo, I think, here. Hody Jones is also good, though. Hody Jones, we could just have lethal here, thinking about it. With the Hody. Law&Bepo buys us another turn, though, and 2k power on our leader. I think I like going one more turn. I think I like going one more turn. This is frozen. This is at 7. Let's go 11 to 7. Get rid of that. Then he'll take the 9. Frankie trigger. Don't think that changes anything. But it's interesting. But like, we've got kid protection and our leader's at 7,000. And we've got a done open for leader effect. We shouldn't die here, ever. Red Rock bottoms this, but he then only has 9 to swing. Which is not enough. We have 2k, 1k. Yeah, I think this is just GG's. And I probably... almost certainly could have got lethal last turn, but I don't think there was anything he could have done to get out of this so long as we remove that Momonosuke. And with the amount of like powerful swings, he was never saving it. If he saved it from the Law&Bepo, or Kid's doing 9, Hody Jones is doing like 8, even Leader can do 7, so there was no real chance for him there. And if he takes the 6 on 5 with the Cavendish, I'm pretty sure we might just kill him. 10 into 8, we're going to use the card action. Rest this. This can swing for like 7. Don't really care. Let's go X Drake. And then a Rouge. Don't know what this 5 is for. 7. Genius. It's not quite big enough. I don't know what this 1 Don was doing anyway. Law, sure. Well, we have the Apu, but we kind of don't need him. Let's just start with... Start with 9 from Hody. We can show off our Apu here, if he takes this and doesn't block. We've all been there. We've all been there, man. It happens. It's a good game nonetheless. Yeah, I've been meaning to play a bit of Wano Nami, give it a go, because it's a really interesting build with the yellow and blue stuff. Mainly once we get that Odin in starter deck 22, whatever it is. But, you know, he's going to take... We're going to show off our Apu. Then we'll go 7, restand 2. And it's GG's, but well played for our opponent. It was a good game. It was a good game. We can probably go like a bunch more turns as well, which is kind of silly. But yeah, he should have kept that red rock for sure. Yeah, GG's, man. I think if you kept that red rock, it could have been a different game, but it's hard to know, right? Once we get down to 0 and sit behind Kid, you don't get to draw cards. It's kind of tough. But well played to our opponent. Let's move on. Going second into Buggy. We've got Tashigi. Don't have much else. We've got a Searcher, though. I think I'm going to mulligan. We need kind of a really good hand into Buggy. This is a nice grab. 1, 2. Just grab Cavendish here, really. Yeah, Cavendish. Usually the best bet. Usually the best bet. Next time we'll play out Shiggy. Fun 5, absolutely. 8 on 5, even more, absolutely. No, thank you. Resolve. No trigger. Hodie's really nice on curve. We're just going to go 6 here. And then play out Shiggy. There's no point leaving a Don open. He's not going to grief. And if he does grief, we've got the Kid and Killer anyway. Let's just go with this. Pass it over. Next turn, we've got options. We've got Cavendish. We've got Carrot if he griefs. We've got Smoker. Cancel. We'll just take again. We're going to be playing out 8-cost Kid anyway. Pudding's not real. It can't hurt us. Basically. Although I might consider countering next turn. Oh, Pudding is real. Pudding is real. It's the crocodile. Okay, that's not Pudding. That's Buggy. Interesting. Does he have the thing? Must do. Yeah, Trash's emoji to play out Mihawk. Yeah, nice. Okay. Well, we've got this. We can swing 7. Which I think is important. We could also play Smoker, swing 7. And then just have the Kid Killer to use his effect to get the rest thing off. I think the Cavern... No, I'm happy with the Smoker, actually. I'm going to go with the Smoker. Means that he can't just free block, right? He's just going to take anyway. Yeah. We now have... We will probably use the Kid and Killer this turn. To rest his Mihawk or his leader, depending on what wants to swing. Yeah, we'll go with this. We use the card action, restand a Don. Use that card action, rest this. And then... How much do I want to take? Not a lot, but... I don't want to counter either. Is a 7 Don for maybe a Crocodile? 7 Gods Croc could be pretty good here. Probably just going to go with Carrot this turn. Freeze this. Uses that. I don't know what he uses leader effect. Does he have something for 2? No, just keeps 2 open. You could have just played this. You could have just played this. That's odd. Either way, let's go... Are they playing Love Love Mellow? I don't care. 7 Banish. Banish. Cool. That goes through. Brilliant. We'll go with 5 for Carrot. Freeze this. 5 leader and then Kid Killer. Seems good. Doubt he takes this one. Indeed. Bonnie's probably slightly better because it's a distraction. Got the Kid. We have a blocker. Which do I like a Rouge? Not much. I think I'll just grab a 2k here in the X Drake and then pass it over. This being Frozen's nice, and if this, as long as he doesn't like Raging Tiger, our board's looking kind of juicy. Not gonna lie. 7 to 5, absolutely, but we will rest your Mr. 1 for the privilege. 9 Don can be 4-cost into Buggy. We do have the Shiggy, so that's all he can get rid of. Which, obviously not ideal, but it is what it is. If he has a 4-cost into a 5 Don for Buggy, that's fine. I don't want to lose my Tashigi, though, is the thing. Tashigi's very important. 6 into 5. Do we want to lock ourselves into Kid next turn? Probably fine. Okay, another Tashigi's good. That is good. A lot of the Buggies aren't even playing Pudding, right? He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. Moji plus Carbagy. Okay, blocker gaming. Interesting. I think we're definitely just going with Kid here, though, right? Kid into Beige. Yeah. Did I forget to resound a Don last turn? I might have done. Oops. I forget this is activate main. You have to do it yourself. Let's go 6 lead. Freeze this. Because we're actually being quite aggressive this game. So, if we can continue to force cards. Block 1k is interesting. But I guess this does make Moji online. Although now I'm kind of tempted to go at board. Not going to lie. Let's go 6 on 6. You going to defend this? It does defend it. Okay. I feel like this attack is being eaten by Moji regardless. Yeah, I feel like that's the case no matter what. We'll try for the banish. We'll try for the banish. Yeah, it doesn't let us. I didn't think he would. We'll go with this. Deploy this. 1 Don on the kid. Rest. Play out. Beige. Draw 1, trash 1. Shanks. Not great if they have Crockhawk. He doesn't. This Smoker's probably worse. We'll use the Smoker's effect. Restand a Don. End the turn. We got a blocker. We got this. We got the protection from the Buggy. And as long as he can't, like, double remove, our kid should stick. And even if he does double remove, he's going to be trashing a lot of cards for that. So then Hody might win. Hody might just win. We'll have to see. The carrot is so important in the matchups. Just such a good card. Freezes everything, just forever. It's crazy. It's a crazy card. See what he does here, though. All 10 Don available. Some interesting counters last turn, but it got him there. It got him there. We got a couple cards out of him, though, and we removed one of the blockers at least. Even though we did draw a card off the Moji. Which is pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. 10 cost Buggy comes down for 10. Reading is hard. Yeah, there you go. I think we had that one regardless. He can't double remove. So yeah, I think that game was just over. If he swings big, we rest down the other attacker and block. We've got a lot of counter. Not like that much, but enough that we don't lose the kid here. And then next turn, Hody Jones is just game. In all honesty, even if the kid dies, he has 4k counter and 2 bricks. Hody Jones might just be game anyway. Either way, well played to your opponent. Let's move on. So, my thoughts so far on Bonney. I think if I was going to play again, I'd go down to 2 Law&Bepo. Wasn't finding that many chances to use him. And if there's a matchup where you really think it's very powerful, you've still got like a lot of searchers. I think what I would do though, is increase Kid and Killer to 4. I think this card's really, really powerful at the moment. I'd also probably cut Shanks to 3. And I'm not sure what I'd put in favour of this. Maybe another blocker, honestly. Yeah, I think I'm going to actually go up to 3 of the beige. It's 2k more counter in the deck by cutting out a couple of these boss monsters. This one's still unsearchable. We don't tend to need to chain it that much. And just having enough blockers to be able to reliably use Kid's effect, just guarantee a blocker, I think is quite important. A Rouge also still a little bit mixed on him, but when he comes up, he is very powerful. Overall, I think Bonney is fairly well placed in this meta. There's a lot of purple decks, and traditionally we do quite well into purple decks. We've got the Kid. They don't have enough removal, usually, to be able to deal with a Kid that's stuck behind a Tashigi, or the other way around. And unless they're playing Gamer Knife, Gamma Knife, they can't really deal with this Kid that well. Red Rock obviously doesn't work if Tashigi's on the field, so it really is limited to Gamma Knife. That's the main answer for the purple decks. And we, of course, have Hody to just rest all their Gum Gum Giant Dons, so they can't do that. Hody is still the most important card for you to draw in green. It's the best green card in the game, in my opinion. And I'd probably do, like, I'd probably put it, like, top 5 cards in the game in total. Maybe we should do a ranking video, ranking just the top cards in the game. Would that be something interesting? I'm not sure. Let me know. Either way, I think Bonney, against those purple decks, has a pretty decent shot. Blue-purple can be difficult because they play a lot of guys very early. I have been considering the 6-cost Hawkins. He's pretty good into blue-purple because they can't get rid of him with Linlin, which is very nice. But we'll see about that. Teach, obviously, close to an auto loss. If you want to jam a bunch of 9-cost Zoros in, go ahead. but I don't really think it's worth jeopardizing all the other matchups when I'm not sure Teach is even going to be that good in this meta. The aggro decks that are built to beat blue-purple Luffy, well, you should do alright with 8-cost Kid. Things like Bello Betty, they do have access to cards like Koala that can minus down your Kid, but if you could sort of freeze enough of their guys with things like Carrot, slow them down, you can often get there as Bonney. If you're a Bonney main and you've got any thoughts on my list, what you would change, what you would improve, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.